Welcome to the Damn Yankee Blacksmith Shop. This is video number 1 with building your own forge. Now, the first part of building anything, if you want it to work out, is to draw it. You have to put your plan or your idea on paper and apply some mathematics to it in order for you to know how much material to buy and what your measurements need to be. Now, there's always the, oops, I cut that a little too short, or maybe I didn't get enough, but we want to lessen that as much as possible. I am not an engineer. I have learned a few drawing techniques. I'm going to go over them. I'm going to focus this camera right here, hopefully. Now, what we want to do is create 3 different views of the forge. That's going to entail me drawing a side view, a top view, and an angled view. So I'm going to do that, and you're going to watch for a few minutes. Now, the first thing, that's the drawing, but when we do that, we want to figure out how big we want this to be so we can put it to scale on your drawing. So we know that we are going to use 1/4 by 8-inch plate, 8 times 3, boom, we got 24 inches across, and we want it to be, we're going to go with 36 inches long. So we're going to use the squares on the paper to give us that distance. So we're going to go with the top view first, and it's going to be using the squares at 6-inch intervals. We know that 2 squares is a foot, and we need 4. Actually, since it's so, we're gonna break that down to 2 inches, so we can take that to 12. 1, 2. By 18. And I'm dyslexic, so I count things twice. And with good reason. We know that that's going to be the size of, we know this is going to be the size of our forge. But we don't know is where we're going to put our fire pot. I like to put the fire pot about, since we got 36 inches, it's going to be an 8-inch fire pot. That takes, it gives us 24 inches, or excuse me, 28 inches to mess with. And we want to put that centered. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Along that line, along that line. We want to bring it up. I'm going to go about 1/3. So we're going to go up. We got 28 inches. We're going to go with 10, 5, 6, this an 8-inch square fire pot. You know, let's make it a little bit longer than that. An oblong fire or a rectangular fire pot works a little bit better in my opinion. I'm going to make it 10 inches by 8 inches. Now, why is it not in the center? I like to be able to reach it, so if I'm working on this side, I can reach my fire pot and have my extra coal and maybe some working material up here. Or I can reverse it, have the fire here and have my working material here. I have a workspace here is basically what I'm saying. I can either fill it with coal or I can work with other equipment. Now, this is going to have a 2-inch frame to it. This is going to be invisible, so I normally would not draw this. I'm doing this for your benefit. Or this would be a dotted line on the, because it would be underneath the plate. The welds will be along this point. And this would be welded plate, which will go into a firebox, which will have a circular weld in it. That's the top of the forge. It's going to have 3 8-inch by 1/4 inch thick sheet steel or flat bar steel plates sitting on 2x2 angle iron, which will give us a lip to hold the coal and whatever else into it. And that's the top view. The side view is going to be that same 2-inch lip. From the angle iron, that will be the sides. It will also keep that much sturdier. We're going to use 1-inch steel tube square at 30 inches in depth. So this is 36 inches from here to here. 24 inches from here to here. And the legs There's a reason why I do this in pencil normally, but I'm doing it in ink so for your benefit so you can see what I'm doing. Simple table. There's not much to it. We're going to add a cross piece, which I have historically put too high. So we're going to drop that down just a little bit further. That's also going to be 1-inch square tube. Now, I'm also going to have another square tube going through the H right here, going the other direction to the other leg. Can't see that unless I have an angled picture. But I'm not finished with this yet. There's going to be the fire pot and the exit, or the intake for the air. Alright, don't have quite enough paper for the side view, so we're going to go there. And we're going to take, basically mix those two together and give ourselves an angle. So we measure the distance on the squares here, because your angle difference is going to be off a little bit. So we got 3 and 5/8 is going to be our length. And we're going to shift that keeping it at about a 45-degree angle, 40, 45. We're going to draw our distance. I'm going to keep this straight, and that distance is going to remain the same, so it's going to be 12. Keeping our angle about the same. It's the easy way to do that is to get your distance here and then just line them up. Alright, I'm going to continue. I'm going to finish this up and then I'm going to show you. So I'm going to stall this. And there you have it, the final product. Now to see if I can put it all in one video.